Live. Well, we've already gone live. So, guys, welcome to I don't know what this is. I've forgotten the title. Welcome to a one-shot featuring Kienna, where we welcome first of all a wild geek appears who we know as Timbrel to our lovely little channel with some familiar faces. Yeah, Kienna, I'll hand over to you.
All right, cool. Super excited to do this. Always good to bring in people into D&D, and also get to really use the world that I've been using in other places. So I'll set up the scene first. We are in the kingdom of Erengard. It is a small kingdom nestled at the base of the Coran Mountains. It's a very quiet, peaceful place. It's a union of all races. No judgment against anybody, under the rule of Queen Laurel III. And here, you are currently in the capital city of Avalor, where all of you have just finished your training with the D Guild, one of the many adventuring guilds that exist here. Now, you are with the person who is in charge of this guild, Liliana, a human woman, probably around in her 50s or so, who had been running this guild and had helped train all of you. And as we enter into the scene, all of you are kind of around the common space, the living quarters here. All of you are finishing up breakfast, all surrounded around this table. Quite the interesting combination of people, for sure. Liliana did have her reservations at first with this new graduating class from the guild. But, you know, all of you have proven your worth, and she's more than happy to be like, all right, we'll do this thing. So, we see around maybe we all go around and just describe what you look like. If everyone could do that.
Okay. Okay. Who wants to go
Okay.
first?
When you said okay, I thought you were going to go, but I can certainly go.
Oh, no, yeah.
Jerry Cricklehop is an elderly dwarf. He stands 4'6" and probably sits 2'6" as well. I don't know. He has long flowing white hair with bright ginger roots and a beard to match, all very neatly braided. He wears leather armor and carries with him both a woodcutter's axe and a walking stick, which he generally uses to get about, shoo people out of the way, and.
Okay, probably sitting quite close to you is my character Shirley, Shirley Gablehauser, who is also a very elderly dwarf, probably about 3 inches smaller than you, quite a stout, stocky woman, and her hair is pure white. She decided to age gracefully. She didn't want to use any hair dye or anything like that. That was her motto that she thought. And she's got all of her hair pulled back into a huge chunky plait that sits from the top of her head all the way down, almost Viking style.
I've just thought, does she have like the cook's arms thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably like old cook arms. Yeah.
She's got proper muscular arms because 1, she's a barbarian, and 2, she's a cook, and she's always been in a kitchen brandishing pans and spoons at people. So yeah, that's she's quite rosy cheeked. All of her wrinkles are smiley wrinkles, and yeah, no, I think that's Shirley.
And next to this very elderly dwarven couple, there is a tiefling who is seated next to them, eating her own breakfast, kind of ignoring the little squabbling that's happening between these two very, very old couple.
We must say that they are very, very old every time they are mentioned.
Yes, yeah. we will say every single time they are so old.
Ancient.
I don't remember.
What?
So yes. So next to this couple is the tiefling of the group. If you could describe what you look like.
I have kind of like an auburn plummish colored hair. It's braided in some spots. It's kind of beads and very quintessentially hippie looking with the. And then I have like my horns, but they're kind of wrapped with different colors, and I've got big earrings and just necklaces. Kind of just really,
Really darn hippie.
hippie looking, like imagine like a fortune teller kind of.
Or the tiefling version of you.
Yeah, and so she's got silver eyes and just flowy garments.
So you're playing a hippie tiefling.
A hippie tiefling.
Here
Yeah.
comes Runa.
Hey.
All right, sweet.
And next to this very hippie tiefling that's happening here, we see a couple of halflings who are just very. The height is very interesting because like short, taller, short again. as we're looking around this table. So if Allegra describe what you look like.
I'm small with green eyes, brown hair that pulled back into a ponytail, and my skin is tan.
And does she have like an instrument on her? Because
Yeah, she has the lute on her back.
yeah, as you're finishing up your breakfast, you always have your lute on you, no matter what. Just pull it out whenever.
Just like.
And next to her is the other halfling of the party.
Oh yes. And her name is Elia Featherfall. And she, when you look at her, the first thing you will see is colors all over the place. A lot of magenta. And if she would have brushed her hair, she would have a cute like bob haircut. But it's just a mess. And she tried to covering up with a bandana and a hat over it, so it's just like this nice hat, a bandana, and then the hair poof, going out. And she also got really sort of dirty gloves on her, and like her clothes are damaged. They're not really ruined, but her clothes are definitely used. And she got a backpack that is probably just as big as her, with all the thingamajigs you can imagine. Probably not useful for any mission at all, but you can find mirrors, you can find jars, you can find dice, probably plates, some kid's broken toy, like you name it. She got a lot of things that she likes to collect things by the look of her.
Interesting. And finally, next to this fairly raggedy, has too much stuff hoarder kind of looking character, we have the final member, the human, who next to her looks immaculately pristine and well dressed, and again, this is a strange combination of characters we have here.
Yeah, absolutely. So Tiffany Tiff's got, due to an accident with some spells when she was younger, Tiffany now has sort of bubblegum soft pink hair that she's got that's flowing down. It sits on her shoulders, kind of fluffy. She has, despite being out on an adventure, she's not really given up her noble ways, so she has this long sort of haltered sort of dressing with a gathered skirt at the end that's sort of it's shorter at the front and longer at the back, but on top of that she has this incredibly heavy set thick coat. The sleeves are sort of bulging out sort of under the arms. There's like gold embroidering at the end in this sort of magical pattern, and she's got kind of some jewelry, some pearls around her neck, so she's looking a bit too glam for the adventuring life, but she's yeah, she's and she's got very what's the word, knee-high boots that she's sort of kicking back and forth. So that's Tiff.
Yeah. So as this eccentric group finish up their breakfast sitting around this table, you hear coming from upstairs the steps of one Lily. You call her Lily, essentially, and she kind of comes down, and she's just waking up. She's like, "Oh, you guys are ready, huh?"
Yeah, you can sleep when you're dead.
What'd you say?
Already? That's so funny. I've not slept a wink. I'm so excited for this. Are we going on our very first adventure? Where are we going to go? Are we going to see a dragon?
So much energy in such a young person.
It's just like, all right, like I have not had my coffee yet. And she like goes over to the counter and she just like takes a long sip and she's like, all right. So yeah, you're going on your first adventure today. And I'm hoping you won't see any dragons. Dragons are a little out of your league right now.
Aww.
Just a little. What? So it's not gonna be super like exciting, I guess, but it's a good first adventure, and you know it's a little personal to me. I have dealing with my family and my family emergencies. So got some news that my grandmother ain't doing so well. She lives in one of the towns close to the conveniently placed forest.
Oh, how convenient!
Wow.
So,
not too exciting. I told you we should have taken up ballroom dancing.
What?
Ballroom dancing.
Actually scared me.
and she says, I'm basically I need all of y'all to do a delivery for me.
I think we can do that.
I reckon so.
Yeah, no, we can do it. What are we gonna deliver?
A dragon?
She's just like, really, you should tone down on the whole dragon thing. And she's just, you're gonna jinx yourself. And she says, really, here. And she pulls out from the kitchen counter, a basket, a very large basket, which it's covered with like a little plaid cloth on it, has little flowers on the edge, and she brings it over and she says, I want you to deliver these pastries over to her. She really likes her sweets, and she's getting, and she kind of like looks over at the two elderly couples, like, she's not like y'all. She's a little bedridden, so thought it'd be nice to send something. And well, things are kind of quiet around here, so if you could deliver this to her, then we can officially put on the certificates that y'all have graduated and are full-fledged adventurers. And she kind of...
Shirley sort of shuffles over to you and takes the basket. She's like, of course, dear. Come on then.
Hang on a minute, Shirley. Are you coming too, Lily?
She says, I gotta do business. I have to train the next class, don't I?
You should visit your grandma, you know. My kids, their kids don't visit us so much, and you should respect your elders.
Now, dear, we've spoken about this.
She should visit her grandma.
I'm sorry.
And I turn to Allegra and I'm like, oh, why on earth does it take like so many of us just to deliver like some pastries? Like, don't you guys have like servants for that? I don't get it.
How does Allegra respond to this? Do you think?
What? How do you respond to what's going on to the adventure?
I just continue eating.
Well, just isn't my fourth grandfather.
Oh, pastries. Oh. It's like, ew, pastries. Maybe I can sneak a couple on the way. Can I write a song about this? Yay, we're good.
A pastry song. I've never heard a pastry song before. Oh.
I remember the pastry song of 1436.
Now, dear, no one wants to hear that.
I guess
No
not.
one wants to hear that. That's why your kids don't come around
Kids
no
with
more.
that pop music.
Now come on, otherwise we're not going to be back by dinner time. And she sort of shuffles off with the basket.
Should visit her grandma.
I want to consult my class.
You watch as the elderly couple starts like. Just
I've taken the
and
basket.
go.
I have left. I have taken the basket and I'm off.
Hey, Lily. Hey, your best friend, Tiffany. Woo. How about, the old couple, maybe they could just, take it, and then maybe I could, go up, a mountain and see a dragon, and then have a great time.
Can I, at this point, walk back, grab
Oh,
Tiffany's
God,
ear,
stop
and be like, now you listen here. We have been given an important job, and it's time you learn responsibility. And I just start dragging her off by the ear.
You're just like my sixth grandma.
It's like, well, she sounds like a lovely lady. And I keep going.
And I'm sort of, waving arm at Allegra, help me!
Yeah, Allegra, you watch as Tiffany's being dragged out by the ear by the much shorter dwarf. So she's bent over backwards. And Lily kind of just.
Thank God they're gone.
And she looks at the Allegra and Gatali and Elia who are still here, and she's like, I mean, they could do it on their own, but I don't exactly trust them to not fall off the road and die. So.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna make sure they come home safe.
All right, yeah, you go do that.
My heart tells me I must go, so I'm going to go.
Yeah, so the rest of you follow out onto the fairly busy streets of the capital city, where you see Tiffany still being dragged out, scolded.
She's just going to be dragged by the ear the whole entire
Oh no, be careful with her. I think she's a delicate flower.
What? What did you say?
She said you could use some time in the kitchen.
What? Why?
Toughen her up.
Oh, okay. And she gets out her frying
Why are we
pan.
out here again? We going to buy tobacco? Is that what we're doing?
No, we're going to the old lady's house.
Basket? What basket?
Pastries.
Oh.
Keep going.
So while this whole situation going on, I want Allegra, Gatali, and Ilya to all make perception checks. You're not involved in the shenanigans, and you're able to actually kind of look around and see what's happening.
Ugh. How do I roll perception? Remember I told you just press when that says perception?
I got a 19. I'm 36.
So then it shows up right there.
Hey.
We got the same number. Did we?
Yeah. Allegra and Gatali, you're just too wrapped up in this whole really funny situation going on. You're just this is hilarious.
And we're just watching, and then I'm just sitting here playing a lute. Let's pretend this is the lute.
Yeah, you're composing a new song to this whole ridiculous. So Ilya, as you're looking around, as you're kind of walking down the main street, you see a few new posters have been put up along all the walls. Like if somebody had just tacked up all these new signs and stuff everywhere.
Oh, okay. Oh, look, everyone! New posters! And I sort of like the imagery of them, so I'm like, oh! And I towards them and...
Ambley's playing herself.
So as all of you kind of go and see what all these, they're kind of all haphazardly put up. What you see is a wanted poster. And it says, wanted, the pelts of the wolves terrorizing the conveniently placed forest.
The conveniently placed forest.
Reward?
I just want to know, is it a convenient placed forest or is it named?
It literally named the conveniently placed forest.
Oh, I love it.
But here's the other question: is it
Conveniently placed.
For the state of the plot? Yes. So wanted, pelts of the wolves that are terrorizing the conveniently placed forest. And it says, reward, 100 gold.
Oh, that's not much.
Shirley pushes through
That's
like,
loads.
now let me see that, and like gets out these tiny little spectacles and is like really
You
trying
still
to
holding
lean
on to me?
forwards. No, she sort of let go of you for this. I've got a basket in one hand. I need to get my
I'm
spectacles
free.
with the other.
I'm free. And I run over to
And I'm
Allegra.
really like sort of trying to focus.
And then
Ilya,
And then
Ilya
just like,
takes
you're okay. Did you pull your ear off?
Play me a pastry song.
Ilya takes her reading glasses, literally this tiny, tiny round glasses with a yellow glass, and put them like near her nose, like. Let's see here.
So Jerry's gonna walk up to Tiffany and be like, "Hey,
Oh, he's back!
hey, Brittany, or Sydney, or whatever your name is, you're gonna," and he's gonna like poke her with his stick and be like, "You wanna go and do dragons? You wanna go and do dragons? Then you need to go and get yourself some wolf pelts. Prove yourself to the lady. That's what you need to do."
Can't I just buy them?
I'm just saying you shouldn't be a wuss.
And I'm just saying you shouldn't be so old man. And I give him a
Okay,
little-
can I give her a slap round the back of the head and be like, "Don't be rude to your elders."
Sure.
Like
you
I've
could-
taken like one of the wanted signs up, rolled it up, and just been like,
You're just
slapping
like my
her with it.
14th grandma.
I've got so many questions about her family tree.
There's a lot of negative energy here. We should just calm down and do what we were meant to do, and that's help people.
Yeah.
I like this one. I
Yeah,
like this one.
she's got a positive attitude.
Oh, we like that. Like, and I take like the basket and I start shuffling towards the direction of the woods, the conveniently placed woods or forest.
So the conveniently placed forest is not that far out from Avalor. It's about half a day walk.
For convenience.
It may be a little longer considering you've got two really old people.
Yep.
Unless any of you want to speed up the process somehow by either carrying them or getting horses, perhaps.
Oh, don't you try and carry me. If anything, he's going to slow down the process by being like, I remember a tale about walking to a forest. It was on a Tuesday. No, wait. I think it was a Wednesday.
After all this slow walking, I'm just gonna go. Look, I just want to go to the forest, and then after I go to the forest, I can see a dragon, and then I can hear the pastry song, because the pastry song sounds great. I want to hear the pastry song. And can I cast Gust of Wind? And can I cast Gust of Wind, and it blows, it's coming from behind us, and it blows us forward, and it sends us barreling down this path.
And then we're
Ilya
just like,
holds onto her head, like,
Oh, yes. I remember back in 1326 when they had no...
Yeah, so all of you feel the sudden gust of wind behind you. Your hair gets all ruffled. You can barely hold on to your car's Gatali. It's hard to even hear your own lute for you, Allegra, as you're just like, oh god, wind.
I'm just like, woo! And then I just like,
I stumble forwards
while we just float off to the forest.
Yeah. Allegra's playing a little windy tune like ding 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 ding. Yes.
Yeah, so you guys are coming up against what is essentially think fairy tale forest, and this is what it is. It's beautifully green. It's about springtime right now, late spring, so everything is in bloom.
Bless you.
Does mean that it's not great for allergies. But it's a beautiful sight out here. And as you kind of start making your way down this, now starting to get to be a little more of a dirt path as you approach the forest. All of you can make me perception checks again to see what you can hear.
Okay.
For Shirley, that's probably going to be at disadvantage because she is super hard of hearing.
Yeah, perception.
Yeah, it's okay. I only got an 8.
Oh.
I get out my ear trumpet and just listen.
It's just the wind.
Yeah,
Most of you can only really hear the wind that's still pushing you guys forward.
This is perfect because she really doesn't know what's going on anyway.
She's just like, oh, this is such a nice breeze.
Yeah.
Oh, everything's great.
I'm just enjoying myself. To me, this is a lovely woodland walk. I'm not, getting fresh air in my lungs.
Yeah, all right.
It's like, ooh, this is a good inspiration for a song.
Yeah. All right. So Tiffany and Ilya.
Yep.
Over the sound of wind flowing past you, what you can sort of hear in the distance is very, very faint howl. Barely catch it among the howling of the wind next to your face.
Ooh. Ooh. And I sort of turn to everyone and like waving my little arms up and down like, wolves! Oh my gosh, there are wolves! Do you think we can tame one? I've heard about taming wolves.
What's she talking about?
Taming wolves.
Wolves?
And then Allegra can play a wolf song, because that's, the sort of people with a wolf song, like wolf, 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 wolf. Yes!
What kind of wolves?
I don't know. What are we doing out here again? Why are we at home?
Pastries, dear, pastries.
Pastries.
Well,
yes.
No wolves are gonna scare me, and then I keep going.
No, he's waiting down here and catching a draft. Told you we should have done ballroom dancing.
So you continue into the forest. And at first there's still a lot of sunlight that filters through the leaves. It's still fairly bright. But as you get darker and deeper, it starts to kind of take on like a moodier tone. Not as nice and bright and sunny, but now definitely a little unsettling at points. And you have come across a crossroad. There is a path that leads to the left, and a path that leads to the right. Now you realize that Lily had given you no instructions as to where her grandmother's house is.
Let's go left!
No, trust me, it's this way. And like,
I want to look
Wait,
for signs.
no,
Hold on. I
Old
with the
lady?
glasses. Yeah,
You just call me
yeah, the lady
weird
with the glasses doing-
pink-haired child?
Shut up! The lady with the cards is doing something over there. Look at her. She's being magical.
The cards are telling me that we should go to the right. Go to the right.
Well, I don't know about this hocus pocus stuff, but why don't we look at the ground and see if there's a well-trodden path?
Now, come on, you know that I know the forest. I think it's this way.
You don't know what you have for breakfast. How are you going to know what way to go to the forest?
And he leans on his woodcut and I know the forest happens to be my favorite territory, the forest.
Oh my God, they keep talking. Let's just.
Can I
And I
make a
place
perception
one hand
check?
on either of the old people's shoulders, and I give them a good shove. I'm like, to the right.
I turn around with my still rolled up paper, like, get off me, child! I'm trying to make a perception check. Can I make a perception check, please, to see if I can work
Are you
out the way?
looking? What are you looking for?
I'm
exactly?
looking for like any indication that one path is sort of worn more than the
That's
other, or
gonna
if
be
like
a
there's any
survival.
tracks or
That's a survival check.
Survival, yeah. You've got my characters.
Damn it, Grandma.
Can I ask
19.
What'd you say, Emily?
Can I ask what direction the wolf sound came from? Was
Yeah,
it the
let's
left or was it the right?
That could be another survival check for me.
All right.
As
Amber.
this deals with the world.
Amber, darling, could you just turn yourself up just a little bit, because I'm deaf as opposed to
I
me.
literally just did that.
Alright, never mind.
No, Ali. No sound for you.
But I just.
It's fine, I'm deaf, keep going.
I just did it.
You're fine.
No, all right.
No,
damn it.
there we are.
No, it's turning down when I'm raising my voice.
There you are.
No.
I got a 19 on survival.
There's got to be a way you can turn that off.
Alright, let's just carry on. And I'm
Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Yeah. Ilya, you're just like. I mean, it came from the forest. I don't know.
Guys, I do believe there's a wolf in the forest.
Clever, this one.
And so immediately, Jerry is going to go from old doddering fool to sly ranger with a bad back. And he's going to start looking at the ground and be like, a wolf! Well, let's have a little old look at the tracks on the ground here. And he's going to make a survival check with advantage because his, thank God, because his favourite enemy is beasts. Beasts.
Okay, so surprisingly, Shirley.
Yeah, with my little horn, my ear trumpet.
Well, you were looking at the ground for tracks, and what you see is towards the left is you see little paw prints. On the right, you see what look like to be humanoids, probably humans, guessing from the size of the footprints that had been walking here. And with a 19, that's enough to tell you that whoever was walking through here had walked through here recently.
Okay. Can I relay that to everyone else? I'd be like, well, there's a bunch of paw prints going this way, and then some sort of tall man looks as if he's gone this way, and I'm sort of relaying that to everyone, going, so where are we going?
And Kienna, can I go across and look at the tracks that Shirley points out? And with my natural explorer of the forest feat, could I get a sort of gauge on how big these creatures were, how many there were, how long ago they passed through?
Okay. So they are, from what you can tell, they are essentially, so they are wolf tracks. Normally, normal sized wolves are not abnormally large, you don't think? You can tell that there were 3 of them. 2 of them adult size, you think? 1 younger, perhaps, or smaller at least. And they passed here probably, it's hard to pinpoint exactly a time frame, but within the day.
And so he will relay this. He will get down and he'll get some of the dirt and lick it and be like, here,
Oh, I wish you
wolves,
wouldn't do that.
Wolves, yes. Two, I think, a small pack, 2 parents and a child cub, and they passed through here within the day.
No need to shout, darling.
I know you can't hear too well. I'm trying to help you out.
So now knowing this information, which way would you guys like to go? Would you like to go explore where the wolves are, perhaps where people are?
Why are we out here again?
Okay, dear.
The right, I think.
We're delivering pastry.
Delivering pastries to the middle, somewhere in the middle.
And then, yeah. Oh no, you'll just go straight up.
I was gonna say,
Off
can
the
I just
path.
avoid both? Like, can I just go off path? Like, well, you said you knew the forest.
Or we could go back and ask for directions.
That's half a day's walk.
That wouldn't be as fun.
That's half a day's walk. I'm not walking half a day just to get directions. I know the forest.
And he just starts walking off to the right.
Every hour counts in our old age.
How old
To
are
the
you?
right, I guess.
I am. How old am I?
I'd never ask a lady, but I'm 456, and I'm her little toy boy.
Oh, you're so wonderful.
Bloody hell.
Isn't he amazing?
It's like the older ladies.
Okay, so we're going to the right, are we?
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
You guys want to pursue the human
The
track.
card said to the right.
Yeah, she was very correct. All right, I agree. Come on now, don't dilly-dally.
He says, walking slower than anything.
Like,
I'm just like Tiffany's just sort of walking along, but she's kind of like she's listening to like Allegra's little music and she's like clapping her little hands as she's going like skipping like, oh, these lovely little well they're not well I and she kind of gives Allegra a look. She's like, are you I can't tell are you a peasant? Either way, your music is amazing. And
well,
she keeps
thank you. And then Allegra bows.
oh yay! And then so skip along to the right.
Oh, Tiffany, I try you want to see. Let it not to be as we bring pastry.
Amazing.
That's great.
Brilliant.
Okay.
So you guys veer off to the right. At this point, as you guys go deeper into the forest, it's starting to get a little closer to sunset at this point.
Ooh.
So you think you're going to have to try to find a camp or make a camp at this point. It's been much slower of a journey than you expected. And you're going to have
I wonder who that's.
to, you're going to have to settle somewhere.
Okay.
So either you could try to set up right now, right before the sun sets, or you could try to keep going forward and see if you can see anybody before you set up camp.
I think I'd like to look for a nice spot. Maybe we could sit and have a little picnic. I could forage some berries,
That's a very nice idea.
maybe some mushrooms.
Oh, well, remember what happened last time.
They looked edible to me.
Pastries look a tiny bit edible.
You're in danger.
Well, some plants are edible, but only once.
Yeah. Yeah.
All plants are edible, but
Yeah.
some of them only
Only
once.
once, yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, can I,
I'm gonna quote you on that one.
we sort of look around and see if there's anywhere that has some shelter and maybe not in full view if anyone walked down
Yeah,
the path.
yeah, that's not too difficult.
Okay.
I mean, the conveniently placed forest has some conveniently placed spots in it.
Of course.
I like this forest.
Are there any conveniently shaped trees that we can hide behind?
Or sit
No,
on.
unfortunately.
Just like a tree, like
Our
you
shape, yeah.
It's not called the conveniently placed forest because it's in a convenient spot. It's called the conveniently placed forest because everything in the forest is
It's
really
convenient.
not
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you guys can set up camp here, and you settle down for the night. what are all of you kind of doing as during the evening?
I'll go and hunt us a rabbit for dinner.
No, don't you go wandering off nowhere on your own. Someone go with him.
I'm fine.
Go with him.
Oh, gosh. He's probably going to break his back just like my 14th grandfather, Albert. Oh, all right. And I sort of rise and I conjure like a little flame in my hand like, let's go, Grandpa. We're going to have a great time.
Can I start lighting a fire? Like, get my frying pan out and stuff
as she's
like that?
doing it, can I send the fire that I've got in my hand to the fire of wood and go, woo, did it.
So as like Shirley just starts trying to make a fire, there's suddenly magic fire in front of you, and you're like, oh!
I roll over backwards, like, because I'm quite short and round. I literally fall over backwards.
Are you alright? Are you alright there?
No, I'm not alright. What was that for?
And then I sort of push, come on, let's go get rabbits. I've never had rabbit before. At least rabbit that's not got something, with potatoes, carrots, gold. It's gonna be so good.
You're either going the right way for a rough side of my tongue or the rough side of my stick. I've not decided yet.
Oh my goodness.
And then, like, begrudgingly, can I get up and just start rolling out, like, my mat to sleep on?
Yep.
Just like, oh,
Okay, let's go get some rabbits.
If we're gonna hunt, you need to be quiet. You gotta be quiet in the forest.
Then why are you shouting?
Because you're so loud. Don't
Okay,
you question
so
me.
the two of you who are hunting for rabbits can just make a survival check.
Okay.
Gitawi and Allegra, what are you two doing?
I'm just sitting on my backpack, playing the guitar, and I was like, I'll go to the pastries, and then I'm just like, whenever people are not looking, I try and grab a pastry.
Okay, make me a sleight of hand check as you're trying to grab the pastry without anybody seeing.
Can I roll perception for that?
Sure, you can roll me a perception for that.
Yay!
Wait.
So, Allegra, the basket
no.
is just right there, and you see, like, this whole spectacle of poor Shirley falling down has distracted Elia just long enough for you to kind of just sneak your hand just slightly under, like, the little nice plaid fabric cover and just grab, like, a brownie and just, like...
Sounds like real life.
busted.
Oh my god.
And Gatalia, you're just kind of doing your cards again?
She's always doing the cards, and she's trying to burn some sage and get rid of all the spirits in the camp and make sure we're all protected.
So that's why there's a huge fire. She must have dropped the stage stick up or something.
All right, so cutting back over to our two hunters, question mark.
Oh, God. I'm so glad I'm not on this mission.
Gotta be quiet in the forest.
Adam, you didn't roll.
Didn't I? Yeah.
No.
Oh, I sorry, I rolled as Shirley. That would be why. Let's roll as me. That'd do slightly better.
Lunatic.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, all right.
Ranger skills.
Allegra, you're starting to get cold and tired as pretty much Jerry has you like parked like behind a bush.
Tiffany. But yes.
Oh, Tiffany.
It's okay. I was like, hello?
Brittany or Sydney or something like that.
Tiffany. No.
Hello.
Character names.
It's all good.
Yeah, Tiffany, you're just kind of like,
Uh-huh.
like
Ugh.
there's a trap set out, but you're just like,
Can I poke it?
Shh.
I wiggle my foot closer to the trap, and I'm just sort of staring at him, waiting for a reaction as I try and put my foot closer towards.
okay.
How close am I? Is she close?
Yeah, you guys are next to each other essentially.
Get off the sandy trap.
Get hit with a walking stick.
The walking stick doesn't quite hit you,
Wow.
but you definitely stumble back into the trap. Which is just like this rope noose thing. So, and as soon as you put your foot through,
my God.
As soon as you put your foot through, the trap activates and you are pulled up, now dangling upside down from your feet.
My skirt is now like over my head, and just like you can just see my little leggings and my boots like kicking in the air. So I'm like,
Shh! You gotta be quiet in the forest!
And she's going to have walking stick bruises all over her.
I am. I'll see you in court.
So now that this hindrance is out of the way, Jerry would like to go and do some real hunting and just leave her there. Like, I'll pick you up on the way back.
He's got really bad memory as well.
I'll get you on the way back, it'll be fine.
He's gonna come back alone, like Mary in your hand, and then we ask, "Oh, where is she?"
Yeah, so Jerry, you were able, without the very loud person, to easily find a couple of rabbits that you take down very humanely, and you start carrying them back to the camp. Are you going to get Tiffany down?
Who? Yeah, I'm just gonna stroll back into camp like, see, I told you I could get some rabbits, I didn't need no help.
Can I see him as he walks over? Like, well, very good there, but where's the little lady you have with you?
Oh, what's her name? Flimsy? Or something like that.
The loud one.
Yeah. Well, didn't she stay here with you?
No, she went with you there.
I guess I better go and hunt her, Sydney. And he'll just go.
And then, like,
He's just gonna go see if he can find her again and let her down.
Not that difficult considering this yelling
The noise.
that you hear.
I'm surprised half the forest hasn't come and got you.
It's not pinata.
Am I free?
Yeah, you're free.
All right. As I get up, I give him the biggest glare that I can muster. I'm brushing my dress down, like, and as I stomp back to the camp, but as I do, I bring my hand up in like a quick gesture, and an incredibly sharp and strong gust of wind blows him over.
Oh, can I make a dex save or something against that? Is that legit?
I'll allow a strength save on that.
Backflips out of the fucking way.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, so basically, you're not bowled over completely, but definitely catches you a little by surprise as there's suddenly a very large gust of wind.
Just stomp back to the camp, like, ugh.
And so as this gust of wind happens, whether she looks back or not, he's going to dig his stick into the ground and give you the meanest glare that an old man can give. Like,
Can you show us, Adam? Oh, you're so eggy.
Adam, you look more shocked than I do. Where's the eyebrows? Bring him in. There we go. There we go. Alright.
Allegra,
sorry, go on.
Allegra, you finish your stolen brownie very quickly as you notice that people walking are like, oh, no, I wasn't doing anything.
nope.
And now that you have some food, you guys settle in for the night. It's quiet. You hear the sounds of crickets and the stars that you can kind of see through the foliage above are shining brightly. And as it starts becoming time for all of you to go to bed, who wants to take watch? So who wants to kind of stay up and make sure that nothing's going to surprise attack you?
That's in character, I'm guessing.
We'll probably need about 2 or 3 people to take watch.
No, I can take a watch.
I'll take a watch.
I'll take a
I'll be like, well, I'm going to go rest my little head over here. I need my beauty
You
sleep.
get your rest,
I need
darling.
my beauty sleep. And I go and have a little lay down.
Okay, who wants to take first watch?
I want.
All right.
So enthusiastic.
So the rest of you kind of go into your bedrolls and sleep at least until your watch comes up. So, Elia, you can make a perception check.
Oh, there's a 3.
Oh god. We're gonna be eaten by wolves.
You're realizing that the day has tired you out a little longer than a little more than you expected. So you're like starting to kind of, as you're kind of nodding off. You manage to stay somewhat awake, but like you're trying really hard not to fall asleep.
Okay, cool.
Who wants to take next watch?
No, I'll take this. I'll take the second watch. You rest your head. You need to play with your cards.
Yeah, so
Okay, I wake up the old woman, man. I don't know his name. What's your name, Adam?
Jerry!
What?
Jerry!
Harry.
Jerry. Right. Hi, Jerry.
Huh?
Time to wake up, Jerry. It's your turn. I didn't see a single thing tonight, so we're all safe. Don't worry.
Yeah.
okay.
Now, the problem is Jerry's going to start walking towards wherever the watch is, but he's going to forget that he's supposed to be going on watch, and he's going to go for a little hunt again, completely forgetting that he's not supposed to be hunting. So he's going to abandon the camp completely and go and do a little hunt. I remember, I need rabbits. That's what I was doing. I was getting rabbits.
So he wanders off.
What is
Allegra, you definitely wake up to the sound of Jerry walking past you out of the camp.
It's like, bye. And then I notice that everyone else is asleep, so I'm just like, I guess I'll take watch.
So you can roll me a perception check to see if you see or hear anything. Oh no!
Oh
Oh no!
Oh no!
You're kind of concerned as to where old man Jerry went. You're just like, maybe I should go check that out. Maybe I should bring him back. So I mean, how do you think that you completely fail this check?
I just sit there and start watching, but then I just fall asleep within the next couple of seconds.
You feel like, I am totally fine to watch.
Our party's just blind.
You find her laying on her loop.
Yeah.
Am I the one with the best eyesight here so far? And I'm deaf.
Some beady old eyes.
What?
So, Gatali, you definitely hear the sound of that kind of discordant strum of an instrument hitting the ground.
Whoa, something's out of order.
As you see Allegra just passed out at the little tree that she was supposed to take watch at. She's just snoring on the ground, curled up. So if you want to make me a perception check.
Oh god.
It's better than one.
Oh god.
Perceptive party is perceptive.
I feel like Shirley's gonna have to wake up.
Yeah, you're just you don't see or hear anything. You notice that Jerry's gone, which is weird.
Jerry's gone.
Out in the forest, you just hear shouting,
Shh! You gotta be quiet in the forest!
Could Shirley sort of stir? Because I'm assuming she's heard these things and Jerry's not come back yet. She's used to Jerry obviously sleeping near her.
She's used to hearing him snore.
Yeah, the snoring of Jerry is not a quiet one, and I'm deaf, so and I can hear him. So can I sort of wake up and stir and see if anyone's I don't know.
Yeah, for sure.
Jerry! Jerry! I just start shouting in my old womanly way. Jerry! I'm waiting for you gotta be quiet in the forest.
You gotta be quiet in the forest!
I'd like to sort of head over where I see you're obviously playing with your cards or something, and I'm like, you seen anything? Where's Jerry?
You muted, lovely.
In the woods.
Oh, there we go.
Chasing rabbits.
Like usual.
You okay, dear? You okay? Have you seen anything else in the woods? Okay, well, I'm gonna go find Jerry, and you have fun with all your little cards and stuff. And then, like, she grabs her frying pan over her, and she's like, walks into the Jerry. Like, God's sake, Jerry!
You gotta call the first.
Do this every time, Jerry. Can I please try find Jerry?
Yes, split the party at night where there's walls.
Oh yeah, we know how to D&D. Yeah. Let's get this party started.
Don't worry, we're professionals.
Don't worry, we're gonna get you through this.
I don't necessarily go into the woods, like I stay at the borderline of the woods where the camp's at. I'm like, if you don't come out here right now, you are in big trouble, mister.
No, I told you, woman, you gotta be quiet in the forest.
Can I see anything else other than...
You can roll me a perception
Yeah.
check.
Will we ever get to fucking Grandma?
Come
Above
on.
a 10.
Come on.
Above a 10.
Please, God.
Above a 10.
Come on.
I continue to shout into the woods, Jerry!
We're never going to get to Grandma's cottage.
You know there's wolves out there!
So I imagine with Shirley shouting and Jerry shouting back, he's not gone too far. So he's probably going to return to the camp and be like,
You're supposed to be asleep while I'm getting rabbits.
And she gets out like that rolled up paper and goes, you're supposed to be watching
don't you
the
let it
camp!
me
What's
out."
wrong with you? Now go sit down over there and do your job. Now,
Right.
Well, I suppose that's a reasonable request.
go sit down.
Throughout this in-
I
throughout
make
this
sure he goes
entire-
and sits there.
Yeah, any of you who had fallen asleep,
Oh,
definitely awake.
oh, actually, no. Almost the opposite. At this point, Tiffany is out like a light. She is like as if she's in like a spa. She's just like laying back, as if like you have dead like royal family members like posted up, their hands clasped over their chest, looking like they're dead, like Dracula. She's just there like lying in her bed, just absolutely none the wiser. She's comatose in her bed right now. There's all this screaming going on.
we must have been like the older people who don't know how loud they're
Yeah.
banging all the
You know-
pots and pans and lifting things up. And
I guide Jerry over to a spot and literally sitting down and go, now you keep watch.
Watch. Yeah, that's right. That's what I was doing. I was keeping watch.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go to bed now. And then I literally
Okay.
shuffle, I could go lay down again.
So with all of you at least somewhat awake at this point, except for
Yeah.
Tiffany, who's passed out,
Yeah.
and probably Allegra too, considering that one. I'm just like,
Yeah.
That was a heavy pastry.
I mean, like, Allegra's sort of awake, and she's just, like, glaring at the old people. But, like, at the same time, she just, like, wants to continue sleeping.
so those of you who are awake, it's interesting because you have the fire that's starting to kind of dwindle now. None of you have really been tending it
No.
very well because of how often you just keep ignoring or falling asleep.
Perception is not.
No. But even low perceptions will tell you that the pastry basket has gone missing.
Oh, damn it.
And
Am I still? I think I went back to sleep, so I don't know if I know that the pastry basket's gone yet.
you could probably check it on the way back to sleep, I think.
Okay. Okay. Now where's my pastry basket? I'm looking at you, Pinky. And I'm looking over at Tiffany, like.
Who are totally comatose.
Yeah, and I'm like, you! And I walk over there and I just get like my pan and I start prodding her with it, like, you! Wake up!
Oh God.
Where's my pastries?
Oh God, she's so close to me.
Anyone? Has anyone seen my pastries?
What? They're not yours.
Now, young lady, if you back chat me again, I'm gonna hit you.
I sort of turn to Allegra and be like, "What on earth is she talking about? Where? I thought the pastries are fine. I've just been sleeping."
I start rummaging around camp, to try and see if I can find tracks or anything that's.
Allegra, what's happening?
And I'm just like half awake, and I was like sort of dreaming of eating pastries, and I'm like, and like Allegra's just like, I don't know, I think I ate the pastries.
I didn't eat the pastry.
Suspicious.
Well, of course you didn't. Silly. Maybe you know what, and I lean in real close even though she's half asleep, and I'm like, I think the old man did it. Look at him. And I sort of squint my eyes. I'm like, he's so suspicious. And old, which is just, in itself, a problem.
Do we hear this?
You don't.
Well, no, it depends, because I was right next to you just talking
No,
to you.
I'm whispering to her, so I doubt you.
Okay.
Anyway, so the basket is nowhere to be found, did you say?
Yeah, you do not see the basket where it was last placed.
Okay. Can I roll a perception check, see if there's like anything out of place other than...
Alright, let's try this again.
Come and have it. Oh, no, I won't. I'll let you do all the looking.
That's right, old people.
Oh
That's
God!
Right.
Suddenly,
What you gonna do? I was
suddenly
raised in
eyes.
the castle. Mm-hmm.
Are you saying this in character, or is this just...
Oh, yeah.
Okay, then I walk over to you and just go, have some respect and decency for the people around you. Yes, you may have the sharpest eyes in the block, but you are not a nice person if you keep this up. Tone it down, Missy. And I start.
Come on. Now, Shirley. Shirley, come on. She may be annoying and loud, but you gotta treat him nice.
Why?
What do I see, Kian?
I'm too old to put up with this stuff.
So, within that 20, you see all... No.
I see all.
guys, open up.
Night vision goggles out.
Tiffany, what you do see, you can sort of see, there's a little parting in the bushes, where somebody could have maybe sneaked in and just kind of grabbed the basket. The basket wasn't, like, super in the center of the camp.
Yeah.
And as you kind of peek through there, you see the little plaid cover has been discarded.
Thieves! And I run back over to them and go, okay, so maybe the old man didn't actually take them, but maybe we've been robbed. And I hold up the little cover. I'm like, look, I found it. We need to go get the pastries back, because then if we don't deliver the pastries, then the grandma will be sad. And then if the grandma will be sad, I didn't get to see a dragon. And then if I don't get to see a dragon, I won't be a real adventurer.
Shh! You gotta be quiet in the first.
I am amused by this commotion.
Well, then we follow the trail and get back those pastries.
Now, let's just have a look here at this little bush thing that you're pointing out
I
over
kind
here.
of beckon everybody over. I kind of give Allegra a little check. Like, come on, let's pay a find the pastry song. Find the pastries, find the pastries. And I just kind of like going along like, oh, look at him.
Now let's see who's done this. Let's have a little look at these tracks. I'm looking at you still, Shiffney. But
In a row, nice.
I know.
So as you kind of now peer through, and with your night vision, you're able to kind of see this. Leading through this kind of party in the bushes and into the trees, very small set of footsteps, humanoid, that led to and then away from the campsite.
Okay.
And now, do the footprints match any of us, do I reckon?
You haven't seen anybody go through that way. It's kind of like off the track kind of deal, so.
But I mean, like, matching the same sort of size as us or that sort of thing? Like, I'm still using my forest thing for...
matching around your size, you'd imagine.
looks like a dwarf came through here and took some of the pastries. Nah, I don't think it was me.
How do you...
How have you produced a
I
pipe?
believe you, Jerry. they couldn't have gone far. I mean, we could just go and fetch it. Let's go.
Yes! Let's go! I just kind of do the, the stereotypical like hero pose, like hands on hips, like, yeah!
Yeah.
We're gonna be
Let's go.
adventurers by getting those pastries!
And
Well-
Lilia is waddling away into the forest with her tiny legs, like.
Yeah.
I just follow.
Do the rest of you follow?
Yeah, I'm following.
I have to consult my card before I do anything.
Ooh!
Oh, imagine roll initiative. She's just like, let me consult with my.
So what do your cards say as you kind of watch? So half of your party just kind of
Leave.
just go straight for the bushes.
Can I roll insight?
Yeah, you can roll insight. The cards tell you that maybe you should go. If not to at least protect these people.
Protect the half-asleep bard and the princess and the old elderly couple.
Yes. Yes, I'll go and keep you safe and protected.
Yeah, from whatever, there's a little bit of a weird vibe in the night here, and like you think that you could probably help them, maintain the good vibe.
I think
Alright.
it was just last week that we had someone come and steal some of your pastries. I think it was on the Monday because I'd been shopping on the no wait, maybe it was Tuesday because we went shopping on the Sunday.
it was Wednesday.
It was
dear.
no, it wasn't as late as Wednesday. Don't be ridiculous. It must have been Monday or Tuesday because we went shopping on the Sunday.
It's pretty easy to keep up with them because they just keep chattering.
We just go.
So it's pretty like, okay, well, we know where they are because you can hear. And as you go into this sort of not really a path at all, you're getting kind of scratched up by some branches, because it looks like anybody who would have gone through here probably would have been a little scratched up too. But you can see that some of the twigs have been broken off, showing that someone had been through here. And as you keep going down this pathway, you hear the sounds of somebody kind of eating something. Guess that's the best way to describe it.
So, when you say eating something, like, does it sound like a small child eating pastries, or does it sound like a wolf eating a carcass? They're very different sounds.
It sounds more like somebody eating pastry.
Okay.
Or it could be a mix. It could be wolves eating pastries.
It could be wolves eating pastry. It sounds like pastry eating, doesn't sound like carcass eating.
No bone cracking. Got it.
I think I hear someone eating over here. You young one with your good eyes, go and have a look.
He just gestures at all three of you.
All right,
No, go on.
so whoever wants to go can make me a stealth check.
Oh, before I do that,
Sneaky.
can I cast invisibility and can I turn myself invisible?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm invisible. So do I get advantage on stealth checks? I guess.
Yes, I believe so.
Just double checking. Yeah. Okay. Right. So I'll roll for that. Alright, that's fine. Well. Okay.
And does Elia want to stealth ahead?
Probably not, because Elia is a woman that wants to be in the spotlight, and she has really colorful clothes. So stealth is not. She's like, oh, you can handle that, darling.
Okay.
Bursts in. Who's eating?
I've
Nice
arrived.
sneaking. Allegra, you are still. Yeah. Allegra, you're still kind of half asleep. So you start to kind of try to go down this path, but then you accidentally stumble and into one of the bushes.
Oh god.
Your loot's still protected, but you're kind of like flat on your back, being like, oh, all right.
You fell so you can protect your loot.
Yes, and I like made sure that I fell on my back so that my loot wouldn't like fall on my loot and break it.
Yeah, basically, your instincts kicked in and was like, huh!
My loot.
So Tiffany,
Hello.
all of you watch as Tiffany just suddenly disappears from view.
I get like my pan and just prod where she was. Like,
I knew she was tricksy.
You feel something.
yeah, I'm just like.
It doesn't matter about her being not be able to see her. You can hear her
Still
from miles away.
You gotta be quiet in the forest.
But
Here.
Tiffany, you start
Hello.
sneaking down the pathway, and you have to you do have to duck, kind of, and maybe
Sure.
even crawl to get through some of these spaces.
Okay.
But you get into a little bit of a clearing, and you see a small boy,
Oh.
human. You think just it's a little hard to tell with the shadows and everything. He's kind of crouched over the basket and kind of just shoving pastries into his mouth.
Oh, okay.
He hadn't noticed you.
Okay. Can I please? Okay. Oh, hold on. Double check if illusion is concentration. Is it? Oh, illusion invisibility is invisibility concentration. Damn, it is. Okay, never mind. All right. I will go and stand so I'm directly behind him, and I just quietly go, "What you got there?"
You hear, as the little boy kind of just like, basically almost like somersault backwards in surprise.
Okay, and I just sort of I step around so he doesn't hit me, and obviously he can't see me, so I just kind of go, "I am a spirit of the forest. Woo! You have taken these pastries." Woo!
From the bushes. You gotta be quiet in the forest.
and you do hear Shell like, "Dear, please let her do her job."
Oh, you're doing great.
Make me a performance check as you try to.
If you fail this, I will laugh so hard.
Watch me now roll on that one. Oh shit! Pastries.
Yeah, it's a little more haunted house, kind of woo, than like convincing like I'm a spirit of the forest.
To be fair, she hasn't seen many spirits in the forest.
Yeah, and the little boy just like immediately just grabs the basket and books it out of there.
Don't you dare! And I pelt after him, and I just shout back to me like, "He's running! He's running! Get him! Get him! Oh no, do some training!"
What did she say?
Hang on a minute, dear. And Jerry leans forward and he rests a hand on Allegra, and he casts Long Stride so that she has an extra 10 feet of movement. And he goes, "Go on, go get him! Go!"
I get up and then I just like start walking.
Run.
Run! Come on, shoo!
Start running sleepily after them, just like I gotta go get my pastries so that I can eat.
No, yeah. With that spell that was cast on you, you feel like you can move extra fast as you just book it through, following the very loud voice of Tiffany.
He's running! He's running!
And you managed to catch up to what looked like a small, maybe 8-year-old boy who is just booking it out of there, carrying the basket of pastries.
I'm trying to grab him by the back of his shirt and just like grab it.
Okay.
Like,
Make me a dexterity check as you have to kind of try to maneuver through all these branches and also, the small running away boy. That's very good. As you just basically, as he's running through, you manage to grab and pull onto the back of his shirt. And he, falls back, almost like letting go of the pastry basket.
Can I try and... Oh, is he let go, or is he almost let go?
He almost let go.
Okay, right. As he does, I finally... Because obviously Allegra was going so much faster than me. I finally run my little legs, and then I suddenly appear in front of him, and I've got my hands on my hips, and even though I didn't really do anything other than actually make him run, I'm looking so happy and smug, and I'm like, ha ha, I got you. Hand over those pastries, you little thief.
And you just see him kind of, I'm sorry, I was just really hungry. He hands it over. Like, I was just really, really hungry.
Oh. And I sort of turn to Allegra and go, do you know how to talk to little, what are they, children? Both of my brothers are older than me, so I don't really know about little kids. And I sort of give them a little.
Ilya is like, oh, I got it. And, oh, but sweetheart, stealing is wrong. Stealing is very wrong.
Stealing is not good.
Stealing is not good, says the one who stole earlier.
Double standards.
So can we all shuffle up and
Have we
catch up?
finally shuffled I'm wheezing. Like,
Oh,
give me a second.
sweetheart, if you would have just asked, we would have given you something, alright?
No, better than giving him something. Come on, Sonny, let's go teach you how to hunt. You give a man to fish, and he eats her. There, you give a man, teach a man to fish, and he's got a fishing rod. Come on, let's go and get him a fishing rod.
In a forest.
I got you something, and I bring out my backpack and I give him the broken toy that I told him. Who knew? Here you go. It's a broken toy. I don't know.
Yeah, he's just kind of like, thank you. And he looked a little surprised at how nice all of you are to him.
I can share some of the rations out of my pack.
Okay, yeah, she like, thank you. You're all really nice. I'm really sorry about stealing.
Where did you come from, laddie?
I still think we should teach him to be independent.
He's obviously independent. He's on his own.
Exactly, he needs to be independent.
Okay, why don't you go sit on that log over there and talk to this child. Now, where's your mama and papa?
He's like, I don't know. The big fat scary man took them, and I don't know what to do. And so
you're talking very fast, my old ears. Now, what are you talking about? A big scary man?
There was some big scary man, and then they took my parents, and then I was just trying to figure out what to do, and then I got real hungry, and then I smelled pastries, and so I'm sorry.
That's okay, Sonny. Now, why don't you eat these rations over here and sit down whilst we try and work out what we're gonna do?
Okay. He kind of sits down on the log next to Gatali, who I'm assuming you passed him a couple of the rations, and he's like, he tried to be polite, but you can tell he's starving, so he kind of just like shoves it into his mouth essentially.
You're a hungry little.
Mhm. So what are you guys discussing at this point? You have this small 8-year-old human boy.
Well, what do we do with him? We can't take it. Do we take him with us? I think we take him with us.
I want to just stare at him for a bit.
Okay, well, you do that, darling. And then we're you know that unnerves people. Why don't you go stare at that tree over there?
No. And he's basically doing like an insight check to see if the boy's story is true, and if he is everything he says he is. Like, what's a little young boy doing out in the woods?
Okay, you can roll me an insight check. I mean, that's always a good question. You think this boy is really suspicious.
Can I please roll an insight check?
I think he's suspicious.
Oh well. Hang on, let me come stare with you.
Maybe I won't give him such. Maybe I won't teach him how to hunt. Maybe he already knows how to hunt. He's just a thief.
I'm sort of doing an insight check because I want to see what's more about him.
Okay. 12.
Okay.
Here's mine. Insight. 10. Oh dear.
Well, I mean, he doesn't, like, for Jerry, he's a very suspicious.
Just a suspicious old man.
Little urchin, little ragamuffin.
And for Ilya and Shirley, you don't think he's lying, but he's definitely, like, he's really scared. So he's probably not telling, and you're strangers, he's probably not telling you all the information.
Consult my cards as always.
So where are your parents?
Do you ever look at something other than your cards?
If you would like to roll me an insight check with the cards, you can. Yeah, you're getting, like, there are no real bad vibes coming from this kid. Scared, small, 8-year-old boy, like, there's no, like, you're not getting any, like, bad voodoo coming off of him.
Okay, what is he wearing? Is he warm enough? Is he...
He's kind of wearing, he's wearing fairly raggedy clothes, kind of this, torn up little gray shirt and pants.
Can I take one of my many shawls off, which I'm just lowered, which makes me huge, and just now keep yourself warm, and I just sort of start wrapping it around him.
I don't think you should give him that. I don't think you'll see it again. I don't trust him.
Now don't talk like that.
Ah.
And I put my hands over his ears, like he can hear.
No, I hope
How
he
would
can.
you like it? You lost in the like last time. You always get lost in the woods.
I don't get lost in the woods.
lost in
I
the
never
woods,
get lost in the
isn't
woods.
it?
I've never been lost in the woods in my life.
And
I just forgot what I was doing in the woods. That's the difference.
And I sort of turned to the others like, maybe we should take him to the nice old lady's house.
No, Grandma's house.
I don't trust him. I don't think there'll be any pastries left by the time we get to the house.
Well, why don't we let someone else look after the pastries? Maybe
I
not Allegra.
think-
Maybe not Allegra. She's been staring at them a long while.
No, I don't know. I trust her more than that Britannia girl. She's just got. She gives me the heebie-jeebies.
The heebie-jeebies.
She's so loud.
Well, you give me the heebie-jeebies, you trussel person. Oh, I am not good at insults. I should have listened to my uncle more.
So, what do the rest of you think? Like, do you think you should take this young boy with you? Try to find his parents? What's happening here?
I think,
I think that we should take him. I could teach him how to play the flute.
yeah, I mean, at least he's safe, isn't he? So, it's probably...
He still had, like, his ears covered by, like,
yeah, I'm still
Shirley
like,
at the-
I've sort of forgotten that I'm doing it. I'm just like...
And then the...
Yeah. He's just kind of, like, looking at all of you very wide-eyed.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, dear. I completely forgot that.
I think Kim and Timbrel, when you guys turn to look at each other, I think the sound just disappears. So just for us to hear you, just make sure you're looking at the mic, because when you turn away, we can't hear you.
Oh.
Thank you.
I've been inching closer to.
Everyone shut
I
his
feel
sword.
like going further away.
It's all good. But yeah, he's like, I mean, I guess we should probably sleep. That's probably a thing that we should do. It's like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Well, I've had all the rest I need. Sleep's for the dead. If you guys want to sleep, you can, but I'm going to go find the grandma's house.
Well, hang on there, Jerry. What does everybody else say?
Yeah, I suppose we should listen to the rest.
Well, thanks to some people, not saying names, because actually I can't actually remember your name, but you're old, so anyway, thanks to some people, I can't sleep, so yeah, and with the wolves around, we should probably, I don't want to stay here too long.
I don't like her attitude.
I never have liked her attitude.
On our journey with no sleep.
Oh, all right. I suppose I can watch you, unlike some people not naming names.
Oh, we just fix you with like a...
The fire.
What'd you say, Emily?
You can just drop your stage stick again.
Everyone, I'm getting bad vibes from everyone, and I think let's just talk about it and be honest and not call each other's by any rude names, okay?
Oh,
Especially in front of children.
Fine.
I'd like to say I thought we were quite nice.
I thought we were being very, very reasonable.
We were caring people.
I don't like her
I treat
attitude
you like my
either.
own grandchild.
No.
Okay, so I guess we're, I guess we head back to the camp, maybe?
Yeah, you guys can head over back to the camp,
Oh my
and
god, it's been 2 hours.
you can rest there for the night.
Yeah.
It's been quite
Oh my god,
the night.
we've not moved! Okay, right.
So, if you would like to rest here, you can, and you have a long rest, slightly fitful sleep, but you wake up somewhat refreshed at least. And the little boy had been kind of like curled up and sleeping as you wake up the next morning, and you kind of fix yourselves a quick ration breakfast kind of deal. And you can head back onto the road towards the grandmother's house, you assume.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so you guys head back onto the road after having packed up everything, and as you wander down, you hear the voices of some men talking to each other in kind of rough voices, as they seem to be kind of hear a little bit like they're maybe not completely sober, which is weird considering it's like 8 a.m.
Yeah.
8 a.m. in the middle of this.
Early starters.
It's like, yeah, and then like there's all this like chatting that's happening.
Oh god.
Can we hear what they're saying, or is it literally just drunken noise?
Well, you definitely can.
Well, okay then.
As you keep going down the road, you're starting to pick up little snippets of like of conversation, and you're hearing something like that. So like, what should we do with them? Like, yeah, we'll kill them, and we'll skin them, and we'll bring them in, and just kind of realize it's a good job, guys. And this is kind of the conversation you're kind of picking up on as you get closer.
Okay.
Probably coming around a corner, you see about 4 men dressed in hunter's garb, where there seems to be a camp they have made. What you can see here is in the center of the camp, instead of a fire, there seems to be 2 kind of spikes in the ground, attached to which are chains leading to 2 adult wolves. They're kind of like growling at them and snarling as they're kind of being cornered in the center of this camp.
Okay.
And we can all see that, yeah? Or
Yeah.
is it- Okay.
Well, what do you
And can they see us?
They do not seem to have noticed you at this point.
All of them, the people and the wolves.
Yeah, at this point, yeah.
Well, what do we do? Do we just pass them by, or?
Well, I think that'd be very rude.
Rude?
Rude. This is the main road. We should say hello.
We say hello. Oh, well, I could go say hello first. I am a charming lady after all.
Well, that's very true. You are very
I'm
charming.
charming.
You charm me all right.
You little charm, you. She sort of looks around. Is that okay with everybody if I just go say hi?
I don't think that. I mean, they look a bit.
You look busy.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Oh,
I got
don't
my
you,
frying
don't
pan.
you worry. She used to run a kitchen. If they step a foot in there, then she'll go bash them over the head. It'll be fine.
They're in trouble.
Natalia and Allegra, you feel movement behind you as the little boy is now hiding behind you and like is grabbing onto like your clothes and just like wide-eyed at this sight.
Are you okay, little boy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna whisper and ask him if those are the bad men that took his parents.
And he like, uh-huh.
Well, I think we should have a talk with these here men. And then I just go. I stroll out of the bushes. I go, well, hi there, young man. Aren't you a bunch of fine, strapping-looking lads? And what you doing out here?
Oh God.
And you see like one of them turns and he's like she's a halfling. He's like, we were out on a hunt.
Oh, a hunt! My husband used to love to hunt, but he's dead now. So it's not a healthy sport. So it's not good for you. But,
Hey, I hunt too.
Oh, okay, dear. I'm sorry. That's just the voice of the forest trying to get in.
You had to be kind first.
Oh, there it is again. So why you got these here wolves all tied up?
He says, I mean, there's a reward for these wolves, and we're gonna take them, and we're gonna skin them, and we're gonna take them into town and collect on that reward. Yeah.
Well, why?
Why
Why these poor, beautiful creatures, and you're gonna skin them? What if I were to skin you? I'm good at hunting.
That's in character, by the way. Ilya's like,
no.
whoa, you got you there.
There's that voice of the forest again. And I'd be like, what?
Make me a deception check about the voices in the forest.
They're drunk. I'm hoping this works.
Words, of course.
Those damn voices.
He's like, I mean, I don't think there are voices in the forest that don't have bodies. If you have friends, you can bring them over and help us out, yeah?
Help you out? Help you out with what? We're looking for some kindly folk that got lost in the woods, and I'm just wondering if you've seen them.
He's like, I guess you're like the first person I've seen since we got here. Yeah.
And you know, drinking this early ain't good for you.
We've been drinking all night. It's all
Yeah,
good.
it's not good for you. You know what time it is? Like, and I get like my sundial on a strap, which is my watch. Like, look at the time. At this point, is anyone else going to sort of come out, or?
I think you're handling it.
Yeah.
Whilst Shirley has them distracted,
Hey guys.
I would again like to use my forest natural explorer thing to sneak around a little bit and get closer to the wolves and cast Speak with Animals and see if I can get a little side of their story. Like, hey, you wolves, what's going on?
Oh yes.
I'm speaking.
Okay.
With animals.
What's going on?
Make me a stealth check.
Oh, it's not gonna go so well. Oh, you're -2. How? You're -2 and you got an 18. That would have been a nap.
Natural 20.
Look at him.
I am a natural explorer of the forest.
Yeah,
Why, Adam?
you managed to kind of like speak in wolf, but quietly enough that like these drunken men don't hear you.
Hey!
Like these. Somehow, and you see like the wolf ears kind of perk at you speaking, and they kind of basically as soon as you did cast speak with animals, you hear them kind of cursing out these men right before and they're like, and one of them says, "Who's there?"
Oh, it doesn't matter who's there. It could be a helper, could be a hindrance. All depends on your story. What you doing out here?
Says, we were caught. I think these people are gonna kill us.
Yeah, I think that's quite likely.
Charmer right there.
Says,
Has Shirley seen Jerry wander over in the background? Like,
probably not.
okay,
Nat 20.
okay.
So, and he's going to remember back to the... No, he's not. He's forgotten all about the tracks.
That pencil.
Sorry. He's forgotten all about the tracks.
Yes. So they're like, we really don't mean any harm. Please just let us go. Our kid's out there somewhere. Our cub.
Oh.
How old is your cub?
Like, my head trying to calculate. Young. Not nearly fully grown. Can't survive on his own.
Does love pastries.
That's my next question. Does he like pastries?
Says, yes, he does. What? Have you seen him?
Well, I've seen a little human boy. About yay big.
You're not even seen. You're like talking through a bush. So like, you're like, yay big.
But he still says yay big, even though it's yay big.
They're like, yes. Is he okay? Did he manage to get away?
Well, now that's intriguing. How you wolves got a human boy? What's going on there?
Got some explaining.
All right, I'll tell you, I'm gonna come over. I'm gonna loosen off your bonds there, and then I want you to just sneak away with me. Then you're not gonna go attacking them men, are you? You're not gonna attack the men.
And they're like, no. We were trying to get food, and then they caught us.
I heard you cussing at them.
Like, I mean, wouldn't you too if you were in a situation?
Using that sort of language when you got a young child, you should be ashamed. He starts sneaking in and tries to undo the knots. Do I need to make like a save or anything, or?
Alright, make me a sleight of hand.
Oh,
the rest
no.
of you probably see just like Jerry slowly sneaking. And like the others the men are way too drunk to notice.
Yeah.
At least the sneaking part.
Oh God.
But all of
Shirley
you are very
sees this
clearly...
and continues to try distract them. She's like, no,
Oh, that's an 8.
no,
You,
oh God.
Jerry, as you're realizing, these are metal chains. As you like try to pull them, and it just clanks, and the men kind of like, and they turn around to see what's
And I'm like,
happening.
oh, help me! Like, I've dropped my ear trumpet, and my back hurts. You help a kindly old lady pick it up. Like, oh, this is real painful. Could really use some help. It's rude not to. Like, shouting at these men. Like, come on now.
Make me a deception check once more.
18.
One of them, the one closest to you, is like, oh yeah, ma'am, and he's like drunkenly trying to help you.
Oh, you were a nice boy. If I saw you,
the rest of them though, the other three are very like, there's some shenanigans happening here.
Oh God.
And one of them says, hey, what are you doing? That's our wolves.
Can I because I'm still on the bush, obviously. Can I cast Minor Illusion? And can I cast the sound of a lion's roar? Or like actually, no, I take that back. A bear's roar.
Okay, I'm gonna be like,
lion.
lion.
And
Or in
lions
the
and
conveniently
tigers.
placed forest. I don't think the conveniently placed lion.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Conveniently placed lions. Okay, right. Yeah. Can I do a bear's roar? But can I make it sound like it's literally behind like the next tree?
Sure.
A really loud bear's roar. Yeah. Okay. So I wiggle my fingers, and suddenly you just hear this gigantic roar, and it sounds like
yeah.
and it sounds like it's only just behind the man.
Shirley's like,
Yeah.
oh man! I don't know. And I sort of shuffle round the men, and I sort of head towards Jerry. I stand between.
And they're definitely they're startled. Now, what are all of you doing at this point? You have two wolves that are chained. Jerry just casually trying to yank. It was not working.
Shirley, I think, has gone to stand between the wolves and the men, and Jerry, as he's being useless.
What are the rest of you doing?
The trees with the boy.
I'm with whatever her name is.
I'm probably. I'm probably sorry. I'm probably. Well, I'm not. I'm not in the bush with them. I'm trying to. Oh, words today. I am. I'm imagining like a. Is there like a tree next to the bush?
Yeah, there would be.
Yeah, I'll just be posted up against the tree, just watching
The conveniently placed tree.
the conveniently placed tree.
Exactly. It's a good convenient size.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what's Ilya doing?
I am looking at spells. I'm actually gonna stay hidden, but I want to sneak closer to them, so if anything goes down, I'm ready. I'm there.
Yeah.
I don't want to be seen, basically.
Okay. Cool. So let's roll initiative, just to see how this all goes down.
Are we all rolling?
Oh,
Yeah. Everyone roll for initiative.
Right. Hey,
Oh,
bring it!
Ellie,
I know.
you're
God
ready.
damn chains!
Tiff's on it. I love Tiff. She's great. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
No, that's
Actually, it's only initiative. It's not.
Oh, nay.
Oh no!
And let's roll for them.
Oh.
how many spells am I allowed to have?
I don't know. Damn it! In the middle of a session, god damn it, have we?
That I can't send it to the tracker.
There is. It should be up there.
Yeah, I have it ready. I can double check.
So, Timbrel rolled twice. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh.
Like on
The
accident.
first one was 13.
Yeah,
Okay.
like it said that I can't, that I won't send to the turn tracker, so I rolled it again.
Oh no, that's fine. Yeah, roll 20. If I don't have a turn thing set up, it just kind of gets mad at you. A lot of 13s here.
Yeah.
13, 13, 13. Yeah, and 16, and the hunters got 11. So up first for sure is Tiffany.
Hey, all. Okay, so just to double check, how many guys are there? And the chain.
There were 4 guys.
4 guys. Okay, right. Let me have a look. What have I got? Okay, so I would like to cast. Let me double check. Okay, so I'm gonna point at, I don't know, the guy that's closest to me, and I would like to cast Hideous Laughter.
Okay.
So target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw or fail.
Not particularly wise.
Yeah, so
That's a
and
15.
I roll Wisdom as well, don't I? Okay.
Is it?
Yes.
Would it be against your spell DC?
It's against your
spell
spell DC.
All right. Oh god damn it! My spell save DC is 14. Bullshit.
Yeah. So this guy, let's say there's a human,
Yeah.
there's a halfling, there's a gnome, and there's a dwarf.
Okay.
So you cast it on one of them, and you see the spell kind of settle over him, but he shakes off.
Damn it. Okay, right. That's fine. That's my turn gone. Okay.
All right. Gatali, you're up next. What would you like to do?
Well, I don't.
You could try to attack one of these men. You could try to go help undo the wolves. You could just kind of stay and hold on to your action until something happens.
Or you could prepare.
Yeah, I want to stay because I'm trying to protect the little boy.
Okay.
Because he's got a hold of my shirt and is not letting go. Like
At this point, no, he's kind of like
on my
yeah.
So, I mean, the only other thing I could do is like try to shoot the chains with my bow.
Yeah, if you would like to do that, you may.
Because it's so.
As you can definitely see, like Jerry had been trying and not succeeding.
Goddamn chains! In my youth, I would have had this out in no time.
Would I roll? I don't know.
On your Roll20 sheet, you should be able to click on the weapon if you have it in there. Very nice. And 21 definitely hits these. Definitely hits, and you see as one of the chain definitely comes off.
Oh.
And the wolf is just like, oh, all right. Right, very nice. So one of the wolves are free. Allegra, what do you want to do?
Should I do the 13 or the 4?
The 13. And you had the higher you had the higher dexterity, so you go before the other 13s.
I just stay and protect the boy, but I also grab my long sword and just in case. And then,
okay.
And then I'm just like, I will protect my loot and the boy again.
Both.
Mainly my loot.
I love that order. I protect my loot and the boy.
And the boy. And the boy.
Okay, so do you want to hold on to your action until maybe something tries to attack you? Is that the idea? But that's something you can do. Is you can hold on to an action until there's a trigger or there's something that happens that you could be like, oh, I want to jump in now.
You can hold on to it. I'll just hold on to it.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Ilya.
Yes. I actually want to cast Minor Illusion.
All right.
As like a bear.
Yeah.
coming out from behind that tree.
Wait a second.
Big scar.
We're doing crossovers, are we, Emily?
All right. So you want
It's
to?
a small little Easter egg.
All right. So you want to cast the illusion of a bear?
Yes. Coming out from behind the tree where the sound came from.
Okay. You kind of wave your hand as a bear suddenly appears. It's a minor illusion, so it's not the greatest bear illusion ever.
Is it like 2D?
Hang on a minute.
Basically, it's like out one side, like from where the men are, they definitely see like a bear. Doesn't help they're also drunk, but like if you pop from your angle, it does not look like a bear. It looks like a flat screen projection.
Yeah. But it's dark as well, so
Just a big cardboard cutout.
Tiffany sees the bear and just starts
And,
crying. Doesn't know why.
the bear starts to sort of slowly approach them in a threatful way. The bear is like,
Yeah, combining the sound that Tiffany had used plus like this like
Yep.
2D bear.
We just need
I
puppeteers
was gonna say it
now.
looks like animatronics. Like,
I am a bear.
yeah, beef, fear me.
Arg.
Ilya is like, oh no, a bear!
Shirley, What do you want to do?
I'm going to stand at the men and I'm going to pull out my frying pan and be like, now, see here, you got to let these wolves go or I'm going to hit you. And if any of them go towards me, I'm just going to crack them around the thing with a frying pan. If that's possible. So. All
right, well, it's the hunter's turn, so... They're gonna be. They kind of like they look at the bear. They look at you. They look at the voices that are coming from the bushes. They're like, "You set us up." And one of them is going to try to approach you. So you may.
Okay.
Hit them with
I
your frying
just
pan.
swing start low, go high, and just try and crack him around the chin.
Very nice.
So I'm gonna do a 16.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah.
Woo!
Ooh, 12 bludgeoning damage.
12 bludgeoning. This is a cast iron frying pan. I only use the best.
You've not even enraged yet.
I've not raged yet.
Okay, well, this guy just gets a frying pan to the kneecap. You bang the human just in the kneecap, and he like howls in pain. Very unhappy. He's bloodied.
No,
I'm like, oh God!
You gotta respect your elders.
Yeah.
It'll be quiet in the forest.
What?
You gotta be quiet in the forest.
And I'm just like, what did I say? I said, don't do it. And I just sling it over my shoulder, getting ready for the next one.
One of them is going to approach you, Jerry, and try to hit you with the sword.
Oh God.
11?
Tang! Just flicks off my leather armor or something as I just sort of duck out of the way. Kind of, no, what are you doing here?
Yeah, he looks surprised.
Like he takes like a 1920s boxer's stance, like I've fought rougher than you in my heyday, sonny.
Two of them who are kind of nervously looking at the bear and then noticing the voices that were happening behind the bush, kind of like start heading towards there. One of them will fire an arrow at kind of guessing where, like one of the arrow from that loosened the chains are. So that's 15 to hit, Gatali. Does that hit?
I have 23, so.
23? Whoa.
Damn.
Damn, I'm the barbarian.
That is high, nice.
I'm gonna die.
Is that your armor class?
My armor class is 14.
Oh!
I was like,
I'm sorry, indestructible.
okay,
so
so the 15 hits, but it only does, it does 9 points of damage. As you can tell, you don't expect the arrow to come flying back, and somehow this hunter was able to kind of guess where you were, as you have an arrow in your shoulder. It hurts.
Ow. Yeah.
You're okay, but it hurts.
Yeah.
All right. So the hunters are coming up close to you guys, so maybe some danger there. Jerry.
Well, now I've got two options. I can even now you wolves. I assume like those 10 minutes still isn't up with this wolves. So you'd be like, now you wolves, you don't. Now I'm sure someone's going to free you any minute now, and you're not to attack the men. Okay, you got to run. You got to run when you're going to free. And he's gonna then leave them, hoping that someone else will free the other wolf, and walk over to where Shirley is, and
you're gonna prompt an attack of opportunity because one guy just tried to hit you.
Oh, yeah, so he did, didn't he? I forgot about him. No, he's gonna
memory again.
Ah, hey, there you are! And he's gonna turn around.
Where'd you sneak up from?
He just come out of nowhere. He's gonna turn and attack the one close to him.
Okay, go ahead.
He's gonna use his walking stick, hoping to do non-lethal damage. Shirley.
Yeah, you smack him. And again, like, he's just taken by surprise over this, like, whole, like, oh, old man dodged me. Oh, old man just hit me.
You're gonna be Kienna first!
I want that as a ringtone.
Alright.
The old man.
Alright. Tiffany.
Hello. Alright. I am going because I failed to make them laugh, now they have to die. So I am going to stand up. So none of them are down yet, no? It's still all four.
No, there's one guy who is on the ground, like, holding his kneecap because he just got mashed with a frying pan.
Let me double check. Is it up to 2 creatures within 5 feet? Okay,
It's the
cool.
tangled thing.
So
Who knew?
So I hope that I'm close enough that I can aim at both, because I'm going to use poison spray, and that's up to 2 creatures. So I'm going to aim at both the guy that's on the floor and the one that's nearest to him.
Okay.
I'm going to hit them with poison spray. So poison spray is going to eject out of my fingers and pachoo. Wow.
Okay, so they need to make a Constitution save, which is a... Nope, they don't make it. So they both take 5 points of damage and are poisoned, if I remember correctly. I think that's what poison spray does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're both like, they both get kind of sprayed by like this purplish poison. And they're like, oh god! Oh
God! Yeah, it's a puff of noxious gas. So they're just kind of like, my eyes!
yeah,
I don't know why we're suddenly southern.
We just got a follow while we're not live. That's amazing.
What?
I don't know how, but we did.
You
Well,
just got a follow.
thank you for the video backwards.
Yeah, so if you watch this, thank you.
Alright. So,
You're just that awesome.
Yeah, that's don't even need to be live.
Channeling D&D.
You gotta be Kienna first. I need to follow him.
so, Gatali, you just got an arrow to the shoulder.
I remember that I have a spell that will put 3 of them to sleep.
Ooh.
Oh, that would be convenient.
Alright.
So
You may cast the spell if you would like. You can now. So how does sleep work? so how does the spell work?
you make a calming gesture, and up to 3 willing creatures of your choice that you can see within range fall unconscious for the spell's duration, and the duration is 10 minutes.
Okay.
The spell ends on a target early if it takes damage or someone uses an action to shake or slap it awake.
Okay, so you're like, ow, like to the arrow, and you just kind of poke your head out, and you cast your spell. Which ones are you dealing with? Are you dealing with there's the human, which is the one on the ground who had just been poison sprayed and also kneecapped. You have the gnome who had been poison sprayed, and then the dwarf and the halfling who are totally fine.
Oh,
Those 2 need to go down.
Okay, so they're asleep.
They're not down. And then the one that is the least injured of the other 2.
Okay, so the gnome who just got smacked by by Jerry. So they kind of go, huh, and they just kind of all fall asleep, collapse on the ground. The human man is still on the ground, be like, oh god, like,
it burns. See Jesus.
It burns my knee. She's not happy. Allegra.
I walk over to. I tend to sneak over to the wolf, to where the wolf is, and try and cut it out with my longsword.
Yeah. So you can make a sneak attack, or not a sneak attack. You can make me a sneak stealth thing. There we go.
The technical word.
Do that one.
Yeah. So it's not that difficult. As 3 of them are asleep and the other is on the ground, be like, ah.
You sort of sneak up on me a little bit. Well done, you're being very quiet in the forest. It's just good sneaking right there.
Oh my god, I've just got another follow. Ginger Italian Scamp, thank you. Ow!
I don't understand why, but thank you.
We're not
Are
accidentally
people
live.
watching? Like,
No, we're not live. We are not live.
this is kind of
For a second I was like,
Why two? Like,
Are we really not live?
yeah, no, we're...
Yeah, so
So you're in
and
court,
make
right?
me a sleight of hand check to see if you can undo the chains. Unfortunately, you're just like, it's metal. You're having the same trouble with Jerry trying to get these chains off.
And then, like, I tried to cut them with my longsword.
Yeah, you can make me an attack on that. So use your longsword too.
Yeah, click your longsword. Go up there. Right here.
Yeah, that definitely. You manage to you tug at it for a bit. You're like, this is probably easier. And you just take your longsword and cut it clean. And the two wolves kind of like look at all of you and kind of give a nod, and they scamper towards you, Gatali.
Because I have their son, apparently.
Yep, you have to. Yeah, and they.
Oh yeah,
immediately
I've not communicated that to anyone, so
Yeah, so they kinda-
everyone else is just going to see two wolves running towards a small boy.
Oh, yeah.
Don't hurt the wolves! Don't hurt the wolves!
Don't hurt the wolves in the forest.
I don't know if Shirley would trust you at this point, or you'd had like a nut job crazy moment. But I'm going to say Shirley trusts you, and not try and kill the wolves.
Elia, do you want to do anything?
Yeah, so did we get any person down? Or are they still up?
There's 3 people who are unconscious at this point, and then there is one who is just kind of yelling in pain on the ground, holding his knee, holding his eyes.
Like, I think this fight is over.
Essentially, it's just like...
I feel kind of bad now.
I think we should use the other weapon in our arsenal. Stern talking to. We should give these men a stern talking to.
I'm
Go
gonna...
on then.
Let's see. I'm gonna use Mage Hand, which is a cantrip, and I'm gonna start to loot people.
Use my loot. I know, I was joking.
Okay. All right.
Just because I can, and the fight is over.
Yeah. We'll say we're out of initiative, but the thing is, all of you just see these wolves start to run towards the small boy.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I also heard this old man shouting, "Don't hurt the wolf!"
This is fine. This is absolutely fine.
A crazy old man.
So that's fine.
Does the boy let go of me at this point? And, Mom,
Yeah.
Mom,
Yeah,
Mom.
pretty much the boy's like, oh, and he lets go of you, and and you guys watch as the wolves, as they start to run, this transform mid-stride from wolf into humans.
Okay, Shirley's like,
I think-
well, this is very strange.
Well, now, why didn't you do that when they captured you? That would have solved all sorts of problems.
He's right, you know.
Created
You
more.
youngers gotta think more.
Problem is, they all
And
just go to the universities to give them answers. No one thinks for themselves no more. That's the problem. Everyone just wants the answers just given to them. That's the problem.
It's okay, darling. We'll talk about this later.
Oh, yeah, I think we should.
Yeah, so you see the formerly wolves just kind of like grab up this boy, and like they're all kind of like hugging and like being like, "Oh my goodness, are you okay?" Like, and they turn to all of you and they say, thank you so much. Really, I don't know what we would have done if you hadn't intervened."
Do they have clothes on?
Nope. The boy does.
I don't know. I'm speechless. I'm literally just quite casually gonna go. Nas helping you. Pick up my basket. Now I got a delivery to make, and I just walk.
How many of them pastries are left? Because there've been quite a few eaten.
How many pastries are left?
That's about like half of what used to be in there.
Oh,
It's okay. We just say they were there in the first place.
I'm just gonna. I'll just cast like minor illusion. Make sure there's
Look,
And then,
a whole basket.
a bunch of 2D pastries on the top.
yeah.
Okay.
2D pastries.
I loot these people, and then I wanna
You're just looting
heal-
the body.
yeah, looting them, and then I wanna heal them so they don't die.
What the hell?
No, there were random people out in the forest hunting for wolves. I don't think they're bad people.
We just kind of came in and beat him up.
Oh yeah, like it's fine, but we're not gonna kill them. Can I?
Now, to be fair though, they did fire an arrow at our nice little gypsy friend here. So he like walks over and he takes the arrow and he like literally says, "Okay, now stay still." And he pulls it out like really hard, and then casts Cure Wounds on you.
No, 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 please. Oh, no. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. That's so much better.
Yeah, you can do the how much healing you do. I almost said how much damage you do. I'm like, no, that's wrong.
To be fair, you would take damage if you just pulled out.
Yeah.
Still take damage from that.
So it's just 1d8 plus my spell modifier.
Nice.
Oh, very nice.
Kind of yank it out at the same time, just place a hand and be like,
Yeah.
heal for 10.
Just like heal already. Just like slap it to hell.
These youngins make such a fuss.
What do I find on these fine men that we just made?
Alright, you find about 10 gold on them. They're not very rich people. They don't really carry much money on them.
I'm just gonna add 10.
Why they're kept
You find a couple of hunting trophies, so like little fangs from other animals, some pelts. They have the weaponry on them too. One guy has a little picture of his family.
Oh.
Take their clothes so they don't chase us and people.
Oh my god!
No, I've been naked in the woods a few times. It was the 60s, what can I say? But it wasn't the best experience.
I'm not stripping anybody.
No, I think we should leave them dressed because it's a terribly awkward place to be.
I'm feeling kind of bad. I hit him with a
There's
frying
nettles in the forest, and you should feel pretty bad for hitting him with a frying pan.
pan. It. Look at it.
In fact, he's gonna lean down and pat this guy on the knee and cast Cure Wounds again.
This guy is still conscious, by the way.
I
And
don't-
he's still like, he's like, what are you doing?
Now you just stay quiet, okay? And he just like casts Cure Wounds on the knee,
I sort of
doing
lean-
another 10.
I lean down to him and show him my frying pan, which is I'm like, you dented it. Look at it. You dented my favorite frying pan.
To be fair, Shirley, I think you dented his knee too.
I warned him. I gave him fair warning.
He like stands up and he's like,
Now be off with you.
Are the other guys dead or unconscious?
the rest of the guys are unconscious.
I
What?
wanna
It's
kill them.
just a massacre.
Stop killing people.
Massacre in the woods.
No, they're not harmed. They're one of them is, but like the two of them are just like asleep.
Okay. I'm gonna leave a small note for them that says
We're sorry.
we're
quiet in the
sorry,
woods.
lovelies. I hope you have an excellent day and get well soon. Love, and I'm gonna just
Use someone else's name.
write 3 X's. Give a little like heart.
The human man, the one with that had the knee, like stands up. He's like, y'all are crazy, and he like books it out of there.
Well, I just don't understand the young people today.
Watch out for bears.
Yeah, like the illusion of the bear was just like, "Hurrah!"
Are we like now walking through it like a few times?
I'm giving it a high five. And
High five the bear illusion.
Yeah. Right, Shirley's still pretty determined to get this half pack of pastries to this old lady in the woods somewhere.
Before we carry on, though, can I just look at this trailing person as he like descends into the distance? Like, remember to be quiet in the forest.
And I'm like, and I take like Jerry's hand, like, now come on, dear, we got a delivery to make, and I shuffle off in the direction of whatever looks like where a cottage may be.
Okay. Oh, careful there, lovely. And I run towards her and like, oh, let me help you, sort of thing.
Oh,
All right.
aren't you lovely?
And right before Gatali and Allegra, you turn to follow the rest of them. You feel like a little tug on your clothes again as the little boy looks at you and says, thank you so much. My parents said that if you ever needed anything, just let them know, and we can help you.
I curtsy.
I pat him on the head, and then I look to the parents that I've been speaking to.
Very naked.
And I look to the both of them. Now you got to teach a boy to hunt. He was useless in the forest. He didn't know what to do at all.
Dear, I think they're just happy to be back.
But they got to teach their boy to hunt.
No, come on. Let the boy be. No.
Oh, okay.
And the family kind of waves goodbye right before they turn, and they all transform into wolves as they
I wave.
disappear back in the forest.
Bye. See you again soon.
And then I hug the loot and I'm like, I'm glad we saved the loot.
Kept the loot safe.
The loot is safe.
That's all that matters.
All that matters.
You continue up the pathway, having taken this detour, and you come across a nice little quaint little cottage.
I walk straight up, heavy-handed, bang, bang, bang on the door, like, hello.
Just as she does that, I'm wiggling my fingers and can I cast minor illusion on the basket to make it look like there's more pastries than there actually are.
Sure.
Tricks on old women. What is up here?
Ilya also walks up to the door and like knocks at the same time, really carefully, like 3 times.
You hear a voice from Psychic, come in!
I walk straight in.
No.
Oh yeah.
We've got, hello, how are you feeling? I sort of walk over
You
to the
see,
bed.
like, if you thought that like the elderly couple of the group is old. Like, this woman who is in this bed is like
Decrepit.
so old.
Are you okay, dear? Would you like a croissant? Like,
You know, I think she needs to try doing some ballroom dancing, get all them joints moving, and then she'll be fine.
No, let the lady in a croissant. Like,
Don't try the cinnamon buns. They're
Yeah.
great.
do you want it? Someone prop her up.
Now come on, sit up or fluff your pillow.
It's very funny seeing these two old people trying to take care of this older person. Like, everything's really slow and like interrupted by like, oh god, my gosh.
Your lovely little granddaughter sent us, and she is a lovely girl. She's so wonderful. But I think you should eat this croissant to get some energy. And I'm just literally like, eat it. Try and it'll do you some good. No, shall I leave the basket? I'll leave the basket for you here. Is that okay?
He's like, yes, thank you. Dearie, she's like trying to see who the heck.
It's just barged in.
Yes, as you were sent here about my granddaughter.
Oh, a lovely girl, that granddaughter of yours.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Lily.
Daisy. It was Daisy, I think. Daisy
Oh, don't mind
or
him. He's
Judy.
just a bit of a nut job.
Does Judy ring a bell?
Okay, darling, we're gonna stop now.
She says, Oh, thank you for bringing this for me. Can't get up out of this bed very much anymore. Is there anything I can do for you?
Oh no, you just keep yourself resting, darling.
Julie! It was Julie!
Julie, it wasn't Julie.
Oh, sorry.
Would you become? Someone take him outside.
And I sort of go over to the bed and I sort of say, oh, okay, so I don't mean to be rude, but you're old, so have you ever seen any dragons?
Would you leave this kind old lady alone? And I sort of like shuffle, try and push her out of the way.
I mean, we've come all this way through one conveniently placed forest.
Well, there's not going to be a convenient dragon, is there now? No, get out.
Might be, and there might be, and as I say that, I look up to the sky and it comes up. There might be.
I'm slightly concerned about your housing situation here. Now, I've been looking at this little retirement home that maybe we'll look at when we get old. I mean, I know we've got a few years left yet, but when we get old, we're thinking about going to this retirement home. They got activities, and you'll be close to the city, so you'll be close to your daughter rather than out here in the middle of the woods with the wolves.
They got a pole and everything.
They have. I think I'll just leave a leaflet on the basket, but maybe you should consider it.
It's a lovely
because I'm
place.
concerned for your health.
We've killed Kienna.
Too real. And she's like, alright. Alright, is he sure I can't do anything for any of you? Any payment for bringing this nice full basket of pastries?
Full, so full. I'm okay, but you don't have any amazing stories about dragons or maybe a unicorn? I've heard all sorts of stories.
Where did we find her?
She said, a long time ago there used to be a unicorn around here.
Really?
And she starts kind of regaling you this kind of like tales of how she was one of like the chosen of the unicorns and et cetera, et cetera. It's like this. It's hard to tell what's just like real and totally made up. But it sounds like a story that she would have told like her children and her grandchildren.
And they're like, yes. And I'm just there like, a unicorn story? Oh, thank you. And I've like made little notes on like a little sheet of paper and I've stuffed it in my pocket like, I will remember this later. Thank you. And I lean over and I pinch her little cheeks and like, you're old, but you're so cute. Thank you.
Don't pinch her cheeks. It's not got good circulation.
I cast Fireball. No, I don't.
I fought younger than you in my heyday.
Well, is there anything else you guys want to do in this
lady's house? Hold on, wait.
This poor lady's house.
I have a question. Is she blind?
She can't really see. Her eyes are a little clouded over.
All right, perfect. What's she got in her house?
I slap. I brandish my frying pan and go, you little lady, get out of this house right now.
I've not done anything yet. I'm just looking.
Doesn't matter. I don't like the way your eyes
She's
are
got
twitching.
elderly insight.
I know what you youngins think about. Now get out.
All this commotion, I just like sneak behind the old elderly people and then like put my hand behind me and grab another pastry.
This woman is gonna have no pastries left.
Make one last sleight of hand check as you grab a pastry.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You're good at grabbing pastries.
You just reach your hand casually behind. And you just grab another, like a little cinnamon bun.
Meanwhile, we're like, Lindsay, come on, get out of here, Lindsay.
Lindsay?
Get out of here.
For the last time, I am Tiffany.
She had an epiphany?
I think she did.
At your root.
No. And I just sort of...
You should stop looking at your cards. You should not look at your
cards. Double check. No. No.
Yeah, so you're casually just hiding the cinnamon bun like behind your back right now and be like,
sort of give the little old lady like a wave and just sort of still, even though the old people are pissing me off, I'm still happy about the unicorn tail, so I just sort of like walk out the house and just go wait outside.
okay. Yep. Is there anything else other than stealing pastries? And
We are bad people. Well, I feel we're pretty good, to be fair. The young'uns.
Yeah. And just, I think
young
we're just
people these days.
mainly we're just escorting Mississippi out of the room.
Yeah.
I think that's the.
Out you go. But yes, we leave.
Okay.
As they're coming out of the house, I cast levitation on the old man.
Jerry, what are you doing?
I just float with my arms crossed.
Jerry, has anyone got some twine or something? And then can I just get, if I have like string or something, tie it around his ankle and be like, come on,
I
Jerry.
suppose you think this is funny.
Like,
Well, I don't
pull him
appreciate
along
it.
like a balloon, like, no, this wouldn't happen if you were not so stroppy.
and I sort of turn around and sort of go, what? Well, I mean, he's moving faster now.
I use Mage Hand and take him and sort of just, pull him along with us as we walk.
Can you
Yeah.
throw him?
Follow us like a
Throw
balloon.
him. like, as in, like, lasso, like a fucking like hammer.
I've attached him to a piece of string. He's my balloon now.
No, I'm using Mage Hand. He's my balloon.
Don't
Okay.
make me
Well, it's been a
fight
little
you,
while
young'un.
since I've had some people fighting over me. This is quite
Don't
fun.
make me fight you, young'un. You won't win. But yes,
So-
we leave, we go.
The group of you, the 22nd graduating class of the D Guild, heads through the conveniently placed forest back towards Avalor. And as you start approaching it, you're noticing something strange, as there is a large tower sitting in the center of town where there wasn't a tower before.
Guys, that wasn't that before.
Am I mind going? No, that won't happen.
What are you talking about? That's been there always. That's been there since I was a boy. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was just after the Great War of '64.
Okay,
And there was,
well, I don't remember no tower being here.
That's a really convenient place tower. To be fair.
It's a convenient tower.
I need to consult my cards to see if it's good or bad. It's a good thing to write a song about.
and there's the old Fox and the Crown at the bottom where we used to drink when we were boys. But we didn't have beer. We had ginger beer, and it was really good.
Can I do like a perception check or something to see if there's anything
Very
odd?
do a perception check, and Gatali can do a insight check on the cards to see what the cards say about this tower popping up.
11. Oh.
I start to tell them the tale about Rapunzel. And sort of
Yeah,
use
and-
symmetry.
Yeah, surely you're kind of just like, that's weird. Eh?
I don't remember it, but then I am getting old.
Yeah.
They build things so fast these days.
I know, you just gone 1 minute, boom, there's a whole other tower purpose in it.
Yeah, and Charlie, as you shuffle your cards and you read them once more, things are weird. Definitely weird. But you know what? That might be an adventure for another day.
No, there we go.
And I think that's where we'll wrap it up for today.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, thank you so much, Kienna. That was so much
That
fun.
was,
Yeah.
that was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that a lot.
I apologise for the old people now.
I do not. I do not.
Scrat, I will pay you to get a ringtone of.
This will be like the third ringtone I've made you now.
I'm gonna cycle them through.
Text alert, email.
Yeah.
Like, Adam, if you...
Hang on, I couldn't hear you guys. Kim and Tim, I couldn't hear you.
Oh, never mind.
Oh no, go for it.
I was jokingly saying that I need a ringtone of just like the elderly people yelling at
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I'll tell you what. I'll make a
one.
recording and I'll stick it in the chat for you. Have a little souvenir.
Adam, tell you what. If you gotta be quiet in the forest. I'm actually gonna, if you give it to me, during fall, I'm gonna take my father's phone and I'm gonna change. So when he's out hunting for moose, I'm just gonna text him every.
You got to find it first. Yes, Emily.
Yes.
Oh, you guys. Okay, well
You guys.
let's go around, see how everyone found it, and we can do some like plugs. But obviously, because this is a video, not a tweet, we'll do like audio plugs of where we can find you rather than putting it in chat or anything. So, for example, I am Scraticus. You can find me here on twitch.tv/Scraticus and on Twitter at twitter.com/Scraticus_. Let's not talk about the underscore. It's a really sore point. I'm also on YouTube. If you type Scraticus, you'll find me. So, Kienna, our DM.
Oh, that was fantastic. I love the characters. They were great characters. Super chaotic, but chaotic parties are the best parties. Yeah, I really enjoyed doing this, and I'm glad anytime that I can do D&D and help bring people into playing D&D. So I hope you all enjoyed it. You guys can find me over on Twitter at KiennaS, spelled KIENNAS. And that's where I talk about life and D&D and, everything cool like that. You can find me, if you like the world that we played in today, I have a series over on Encounter Roleplay where it's called Tales from the Twisted Tower. It's all in this world. The tower is a major part of it, so this game pretty much takes place right at the beginning of that campaign. Ooh. So you can catch it live over on Thursdays from 1 to 4 Eastern. Over at twitch.tv/Encounter Roleplay, or you can find Encounter Roleplay on YouTube and start from the beginning and see how that party, also extremely dysfunctional, manages to get through all of the kind of twisted fairy tales that I put in here. And I'm also a co-host over on Lady Slaying Dragons, which is a D&D tabletop RPG podcast where I and 2 other really awesome ladies just chat about all things tabletop. And finally, you guys can find me over on twitch.tv/webdm as a player for WebDM Starward Bound. So if you like space plus D&D, check it out over there. I got to play a robot who is awesome. Sweet and innocent and possibly a killer robot. Actually, yes, it's a killer robot. I got first blood. So they're super awesome to play. So you can hit me up all there. All those links and everything over on my Twitter, so it's easy to find out where I am. And thanks for having me, and I hope it was good.
Pleasure as always. A pleasure as always. So we'll go around in the order that I've got on Thingamajiggy. So we'll start with Alice.
Oh, pressure. Okay, I had a really good time. I really liked the whole idea of the story, and I was scribbling down ideas to scrap in front on the notepad in front of us.
Yeah, she was doing the whole movie spoiler thing to me again. This is what's going to happen. No, it might not. No.
But no, I absolutely loved it, and I loved the whole diversity of all the characters. I like the storyline. I like that it was a fairy story, but with a complete twist. I really, really liked that. You can find me on your channel. I'm actually DMing. I was about to say tomorrow, but I don't know if people see this. I DM normally on a Friday, and I'm in your campaign on a Monday. Otherwise, I am on Twitter. I don't know where. What am I on Twitter? Without going on and logging on. I still don't know what
You're
I am.
White Rabbit Pick.
I am White Rabbit Pick on Twitter, and on Facebook I am White Rabbit Photography UK. So, because I'm a photographer when I'm not playing D&D. So yeah, awesome. That was me.
Thank you. And Ambly.
Hello. I am Ambly. I loved it. It was so fun with it. I love the Red Riding Hood twist, and that's just a story close to my heart. So really fun to play this out in a really silly, epic adventure. I love the cast. Everyone has so funny characters to play with, and I think it was a really good short campaign to just play this chaotic party. And I had a great time. It was so much fun. You can find me at Scrat's Discord, where I hang out a lot. So just find me there as Emily. I also play Overwatch with Adam, so you can find me on his Twitch probably a lot, especially on Mondays where I play Runa Berg, the tiefling hippie. But he's quite different anyway, so I think it worked. But you can call me sometimes, alright? So I also recently started to go on, what's it called, Twitter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're on
Twitter
Twitter.
account now.
What is it that
Yes.
people use?
So it's Art Ambly with an I and N, so I think that's about it. I do art.
Yeah.
I
So
should probably mention that.
Yeah.
Ambly's being humble. She's like the main artist for our
Awesome.
channel.
Yeah.
She like does all the maps and all the art that we use. Like, except for that picture of Tiffany, which Ali did herself. So,
What? No, I didn't.
did you not?
You think I'm that talented? Fool man. I do actually have something that I had my friend do. No, I didn't do that.
Ali.
You never asked.
Well, no, I just assumed.
I can whip that shit up.
Anyway, so let's go around to Timbrel and Kim. Guys, how did you find it?
I had tons of fun, and this was just like awesome, and I loved it.
Oh.
And like it was so funny.
I'm really glad. I wanted to make sure that, you were involved and had fun. So to hear that you had fun really, really makes me happy. So
I was
Mission
it's so
accomplished.
nice to hear when
Yeah.
like, people have really good fun.
So glad.
Mm.
Oh, thank you.
So good.
Thank you for bringing me on here.
Oh my god,
No,
Do
no.
it again
no.
at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
Do it again at
Oh
some
my God,
point if you
yes.
fancy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to see how
Yeah.
these old people get on the tower.
it sounds like there's a whole new adventure down here.
Exactly.
Doing pretty much some side quests, spin off.
Old people make it across the street.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Get across the
Hardest
Yeah, gonna cross us.
Scary.
Yeah.
And how about you, Kim? Do you wanna? How did you find it? Do you want to promote your channel a little bit? Go for it.
Oh, she wants to tell. Where can people?
You can find me at awildnerd.com and a wild geek appears on Instagram.
I shall do that now.
Yeah.
She's also an artist.
Yes.
Awesome.
Get that Insta.
Well,
At a wild geek. Should I? Should I type it out in chat?
No, what?
We haven't got chat today, so.
Oh, but you
I
can type
found
it out
you.
first.
Yeah, I meant like in.
Yeah.
I found it first. That's right.
What
You
is
have
it?
to
A
help me,
wild...
guys.
Oh.
Oh, it's in chat on Zoom.
I
I
found it.
Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
found it.
Just sent it.
I followed you first.
Oh, I love
Oh,
it.
I like it.
Oh, look at that.
These are awesome.
Oh, that's so great. Oh,
Mhm.
I love the colours.
Whoop.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
we all finished
That's it.
following.
Sorry,
yeah.
Sorry, I'm distracted
A
now.
moment's silence for the Twitter followers.
I gotta, yeah. I gotta check.
Oh, I haven't seen that one. That's really cute. Thank you.
Okay.
and then Kim.
This was so much fun. This was just fun. I mean, thank you so much. And I won't get all gushy, but thank you for doing this. It was amazing, and we had a blast.
It was nice having you guys. I
Yeah,
liked
like-
this combination.
It's always nice to bring someone into the D&D
Yeah.
family.
It's
Yeah.
such a breath of fresh air.
We enticed Ambly in, and now she's
Yeah.
never going to leave.
What? Oh no! I've done this before,
She's
but not
leaving.
for a while.
You've heard this
Yeah.
now. She's off. She's had enough.
We got her back.
I'm normally addicted, so you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's the best drug out there. Class D, I think. Class D and D drug.
Oh
Funny
god.
story. We're also getting my older daughter into it. You know, she's in theater.
Yes.
And,
She
and
what?
so-
Hold the phone. She does theatre?
Calm down,
my
Ellie.
older daughter is majoring in psychology and theater.
Oh God. Don't let her watch my campaigns. There's probably some deep dark secrets I'm hiding or something because I'm twisted. Damn.
Yeah, so she actually has anyway, yeah, so she wants to get into it too. She has a bunch of friends that she's like,
Well,
like a lot of theater people do D&D.
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
you know, I'm just checking this as I say it, but you know that there is load.
Wow.
There is
Should I play elevator music?
one more space left in the academy. In the same one shot that you're running, Kim. Just
I will let her know. She works 2 jobs and goes to school, so
fair play to her. Go get her. Yeah.
Damn.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
yeah,
God,
she's running out of time. But I will let her know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
do.
no,
Do.
she's very
more than welcome.
Yes.
Okay. Is that have you shouted out yourself? Have you promoted yourself?
So, you can find me on Twitch at twitch.tv/ageekyteaparty, and my website geekyteaparty.com, and it has the links to all my Twitter, Instagram, whatever, all that stuff.
Nice.
So.
Awesome, thank you. And last but certainly not least, Ali.
I genuinely thought you were going to forget me then, because I thought you were about to wrap up. I was like, hold on, you little shit.
Can I just say as well, Ali, you've got to have broken the record for... Right, I'm not going to swear this session. I stopped counting. I stopped counting. Like...
So bad.
So sorry. Oh, I hate myself. Okay, now that's gone out of the way. Anyway, no, I absolutely love this. This was, for me, it was a complete breath of fresh air when you've got the other campaign that I'm in on Mondays. Where sometimes
One that she tries every other
sometimes I wonder whether life's worth living. And then I have this absolutely beautiful little one shot, and it's, for me, it's just like all sunshine, and it's, as Alice said, you know, it's like a fairy tale with a twist, and it's such a breath of fresh air. And I think including that, the people. So I've been in a session with Kienna before, but I've not had her DM, and it's brilliant for Kienna to DM. I loved it so much, and having Kim and Timbrel in this was, oh my god, it was so much fun to just have it's wonderful. And yeah, I've just got a drama degree, so the idea that your daughter's doing theatre, and I'm like, yes, do it. But no, absolutely loved it, and I will stop talking because I talk far too much. I'm getting paid.
No, not at all, not at all. You've not promoted yourself at all? Because you stream, you're an artist, come on.
I don't stream. I've not streamed for ages. I'm trying to get a new graphics card. Anyway, no, I don't really stream, so there's no point in me throwing out my Twitch, though I am when
It's on the screen.
Actually, no. So, as Ambly, you can find me on Scrat's Discord. I'm under Ali. Not at the moment. I need to change that back. You can find me at Scrat's Discord. Otherwise, I'm currently in the process of making little tunes for the Dead Mountain. So you can find me on SoundCloud as That British Lass, LASS. And I am on Instagram. My art Insta is The British Doodles. So that is me, and yeah, follow and watch me.
Thank you very much, and thank you everyone else. I'm not really sure how to wrap up a YouTube video. This is the first time I've done it. Like, normally you thank chat and stuff, and like...
Be sure to like,
talk...
comment, and subscribe. And
oh yeah, that's it, isn't it? Yeah, you can look in this box over here for previous episodes, and this box over here for... no... Yeah, but guys, if you liked it, subscribe. If you don't like it, tell someone that you don't like about it, and we'll go on from there. Thanks very much, everyone, for watching. That's a good enough wrap up for me. We'll see you all later. Bye.